Hello and good afternoon. My name is Brett Grossman. I'm an agency owner with YIG. YIG stands for Your Insurance Group. Your Insurance Group is an IMO, an independent marketing organization, or like a brokerage firm. YIG went into inception a little over 2 years ago with 4 managing partners. We have satellite offices located in Melbourne, Florida, Chicago, Illinois, and Baltimore, Maryland. The reason for the name YIG, Your Insurance Group, is really quite evident. It's because it's yours. It's up to you as to what you would do with your agency. Now, the good news is YIG allows you to utilize a proprietary system which will allow you to get your business up and running and consistently have success and consistently generate revenue. Our proprietary system and information is only available to contracted agents. Once you're a contracted agent, you'll have access to an open line of products, services, trainings, webinars on a daily, weekly, ongoing basis. There's 2 parts to YIG. The first part is the direct sales side, meeting with a client, offering them a product or service, making a sale on a commission. The second side to the business is the agency owner side, which is teaching other people how to do what you just did, how to teach other people how to sell a product or service. And for doing so, we compensate you based on your efforts. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But let's talk about who the right type of agent is. Historically, there is no quote-unquote right type of agent in terms of professional background. What I found is the best agent is the agent who understands how to be self-sufficient, how to go out there on their own and run a lead, set their own appointments, have their own calendar and home schedule, work out of their own home, really create their own entrepreneurial endeavor. Business owners, traditional franchise owners, people who used to be in real estate, anyone who's ever been in any type of direct sales, any type of pharmaceutical background, obviously anybody who's ever worked in life insurance or financial services. These are also great quality people who could come in and have a tremendous amount of success in YIG. Here's who could also have a lot of success. Someone who has a drive. Somebody who is looking for an opportunity but doesn't want to have the restrictions of a boss. Somebody who is tired of working for a paycheck and not having their money work for them. So there's a lot of individuals who would be the quote-unquote the right fit. Now, we offer several programs with several carriers within YIG. We work with A-rated and AAA rated carriers. We work with carriers like Fidelity and Guarantee, the Colombian Life Financial Group, Transamerica, America, National Guardian Life, just to name a few. We also work in products and services that are available throughout all 50 states. So we are a fully operational firm in all 50 states and can offer every type of life insurance product that would be available. But we've narrowed it down to just a few. Our main products and services are the following. We work in an area called tax-free retirement. And tax-free retirement is basically a life insurance policy that has a retirement program attached to it. It's more retirement, more so than life insurance. A great candidate would be a traditional employee or an independent business owner, somebody who either A, already has like a 401k or a 403b, or somebody who maybe doesn't have anything in place and they understand that they don't want to work forever. It can also be used as a life planning event. The cool thing about a tax-free retirement plan is that we utilize a special tax code which allows us the opportunity to not have to pay taxes on our contributions. Very different than a Roth IRA or something along those lines. We also do something called a fixed indexed annuity. So our fixed indexed annuity, very similar to our Tax-free retirement, our indexed universal life program, is attached right to the S&P, not to the stock market. So these are fixed. And we can give an individual who has, again, maybe an old 401k or an old 403b or a mutual fund or some other place that they have their money that they're just hanging on to barely what they have. We can actually roll that over into a fixed annuity and give them up to 12% on their money for doing so, just for rolling it over. We do something called mortgage protection. Mortgage protection is great for a young family just starting off. It could either be for an individual or, again, for two spouses. A family that's getting started who has concerns that if something was to happen to either one of them, they will always continue to have the roof over their head. If one of the spouses was, let's say, to become unemployed or become disabled, it'll make your mortgage payments for you. And then there's also it's called a return of premium. It's a rider that comes along in certain states, not available in all states, but basically if you paid off the term of the mortgage protection, they would refund you back 100% of all your premium payments that you've paid into it, let's say over the past 20 years. If you paid off your mortgage before the term is up, they will refund you back 100% of all your premiums paid into the mortgage protection plan. So a lot of neat things that can do. We also do a plan called Final Expense. Final Expense is a form of whole life insurance, a very conservative type of a policy. So again, we have clients that are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. We have clients that are age 50 to 85. We also have clients that are, brand new to this earth, little young people, young adults that we can do life planning events on that tax-free retirement side. What I want to talk to you about today is the last one. That's the final expense side. That's the 50 to 85. Baby boomers. They were born between 1946 and 1964. They're retiring at a rate of $10,500 a day. And over the next 20 years, there will be roughly $22 trillion, 22 trillion with a T, that will change hands in something defined as qualified tax-free money. It's going to change hands one way or the other over the next 20 years. YIG agents are positioning themselves in between the client and whatever agency that client decides that they want to go ahead and keep their safe money in. A safe money would be defined as an old, 401k, 403b, an old mutual fund. It could be money under a mattress, whatever that looks like. This is what we define as safe money. So how do we get ourselves and position ourselves in front of this safe money? I'm going to teach you that here in a second. YIG has a system in place. A system is very duplicatable. Why? Because it takes a lot of the thinking out of the equation and allows you to follow necessary steps that allow you to come away with a sale. What we do at YIG is we come away with not just one sale, but we like to come away with multiple sales out of a home. Here's what I mean. How do we get in front of these clients? We get in front of them with leads. Now, the traditional insurance model, and I know this because 16 years ago, I was hired by a company right out of college, and I came all the way up to the 65th floor overlooking Central Square Park over there in New York City, and I came off the elevator. My manager was there to greet me. He sat me down in my cubicle. He took out a pen and paper, and he said, "Brett, I want you to make a list of 100 of your friends and family. This is called your circle of influence. And then you're going to sit here, you're going to call every single one of them, and we're going to set up appointments and sell them life insurance." And after about 15 minutes of sitting there, I didn't put a single name down on the list. I contemplated, is that what I wanted to really do? Did I really want to call my friends and family? I stood up, I went into his office, I thanked him for his time, and I moved on. Fast forward 16 years later, here I am in financial services. It's funny how the world goes around. I spent 10 years in corporate America building higher education proprietary schools. I was a director of schools for 10 years, and 4.5 years ago, I walked away from the school business and got involved in entrepreneurship. I operate multiple companies, and I believe in multiple streams of income. One of the best streams of income that we found over the past 4.5 years is the one I'm about to teach you right now in financial services. Because you have the ability to get paid on work that you do over and over and over again. We get paid in something that I like to define as today money, and then we get paid in something called renewals or residual money. And then we make overrides when we build an agency. See, what I love about entrepreneurship and what you'll begin to experience yourself is the ability to do it yourself. We have a platform, we have a system, but it's going to be up to you as to what you do with it. So here's what we give you. Leads, people to talk to, daily, weekly, as many as you'd like. There is no limit as to how many people you can see. There is no limit as to how much money you can make in this opportunity. We use a distribution center, several of them, all around the country. And these distribution centers are our lead vendors. These lead vendors will put the lead into distribution. They send it out to the counties and zip codes that you've requested. Our clients fill out the information. Then they send it back. It gets barcoded and emailed to you. I'll show you what I mean. This is called a benefit update form. And what it talks about is a new 2015 benefit update. This one is for New Jersey citizens only, age 50 to 85. And in the first sentence it says, you may now apply for a new state-regulated life insurance program to pay final expenses for pennies a day. It also talks about how Social Security will only give you $255 towards these expenses, and then your loved ones are responsible for the balance. Those who are interested, after reading the information, can fill in the bottom portion, tear it off, and send it back. That's what we get back in the mail. So, Mr. Davis and Mrs. Davis filled out their information, their phone number, their birth date. They signed it. They checked off that they'd like a quote for $25,000, and they checked off, yes, please contact me in regards to this information. Meaning Mr. Davis took the time to read through it, fill it out, walk down his driveway, drop it in the mailbox, and now he's waiting for someone to contact him. That's where YIG Agent comes into play. Our agents can schedule appointments over the phone. They can do old-fashioned customer service and go to the door, bring the lead card, show them their signature, show them your ID badge. Mr. Davis, my name is Brett Grossman. You filled out this information last week. Is that your signature, sir? Yes, it is. Fantastic. What brings me here this afternoon is you were interested in becoming eligible for these benefits. My job is to see, are you eligible? It takes me a couple minutes to go through the benefit information. May I come in? See, I've always believed that it's better to work smarter and not harder. And in today's world, our seniors have cell phones. They also have home phones with caller ID. And we all know that if they don't recognize the name or the number, they're not picking up the phone. And I'd rather have people out in the field, sitting with potential clients, going through a system, generating an application, which ultimately will turn into a daily direct deposit for you, rather than just sitting around calling all day on the telephone, hoping to catch somebody to schedule that one appointment. Okay? You can do it however you like. We have a system in place that teaches you how to do both. Now, when you sell a final expense policy, we have different average premiums for different services. I'll give you an example. With the average final expense policy, the average premium is $55 a month. Do we get some that are $150 and $200? Sure. Do we get some that are $25? Sure. But the average is $55. So if you want to take out a pen and paper or a calculator and write this part down, this is what it would look like for you on a part-time basis. $55 a month times 12 months gives an annual premium AP of $660. Now, the average contract rate of an agent is right around 90%. So if you took 660 times 90%, your commission for that one client was $594 in commission. The carriers pay us directly, not YIG. So as an example, if we wrote this application through Columbian Life, they would advance us a 75% advance, and then we receive a direct deposit commission within 2 to 4 business days. That commission would be $445 advanced to you. Now, I'm going to stop right there for a second. The average commission on mortgage protection is right around $150. Tax-free retirement, the average commission is right around $250 a month. Now, what I'll share with you is this is what I defined as today money. This is money that can absolutely 100% pay the bills. It can allow you to continue to live your quality of life the way you want to lead it if you're deciding to do this part-time in addition to what other incomes you have coming in. Remember, multiple streams of income. So part-time, if you did 3 sales per week at $445 advanced, that's a little over $1,300 to you every week. 3 sales, minimum. If you did that consistently over the course of 4 weeks, that's $5,300 in commissions. And over the course of annually, part-time, 3 sales per week, maybe 2 days a week in the field, that's an average salary of $64,152. Part-time, not bad. Listen, if you went full-time and you added an extra day or an extra few hours in the field, double it. That's $128,000 in income, 1099 income. The sky is the limit with this opportunity. We have agents who can come in and who do come in and make about $162,000 first year, just with final expense. We also are launching our healthcare division, lowering people's cost of healthcare with leads. When we walk into a home and we lower someone's healthcare by 40, 50, 60 bucks, and they don't have any final expense in place, and they're worried that their spouse or children or grandchildren are going to have to be responsible to pay this bill, and we just saved them $50 or $60 a month, we can take a portion of that, roll it into a final expense plan, very conservative, and now we've come out with multiple sales, and we've done right by our clients. We also have a system that allows us to uncover the safe money in the home. We use a fact finder. We use the fact finder to uncover the safe money, ask the important questions in the home, acquire the statements. We use a third-party financial services firm that does all the lifting for us. They will actually meet with our clients for us. They will do webinars. They will do 3-way calls. They will get on the phone and do a Google Hangout with your client, and they will actually do, and you can earn while you learn. So when you add the annuity and you add the final expense and you add the healthcare, get some referrals, now you're into tax-free retirement, multiple sales out of one home. And so it's really going to be up to you if you see the value in approaching this either part-time or full-time. Here's what I'll share with the folks who come into this opportunity full-time. They can do the second half of the business and they can begin to build an agency. And YIG will compensate you on those efforts. If you wanted to introduce it to as many people as you like, you can do that. And when they go out and sell a policy, by you teaching, mentoring, and building up this individual to be a quality agent, they will then give you what's called an override. And every policy they sell, you will make a percentage on. If they decide that they also would like to build an agency, you will also be rewarded by receiving an override in income on every policy that agent sells down below. This is not network marketing, nor is it multi-level marketing. This is direct sales with the opportunity to be compensated for every area of your effort. Whether you're in the direct sales end or you're in the team building end, we will compensate you either way. I'd like for you to get back with the individual who introduced you to this video. They thought enough about you that they wanted you to watch it. If you would like to be hired by YIG, it's very simple. We do a 2-step process. The first is gather the information like you're doing here this afternoon. Secondly would be a face-to-face interview with us. And then we can make a decision together. A, would you be the type of person we'd like to hire? And obviously B, would you want to come and work with us? Have a great afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.